Hi, today we're going to be talking about Scripture Citation Index. What is Scripture Citation Index? It is an application that links scriptures to different material. Some of the material includes General Conference Talks, Journal of Discourses, Scriptural Teachings, and a topical index, which is provided in the scriptures. The main question we had was, what is the user experience with this application? Scripture Index is a great resource that helps people to link together the scriptures and different sources so they can make talks and learn more about the gospel. But the main question is, what is the user's experience? Well, the references to the scriptures are very beneficial, and a lot of the users say that they enjoy the results they get from the application. However, pages can be very hard to navigate. They're not very easy to find what you need to do. Many of the users are frustrated at not being able to understand how the application works exactly. And because of that frustration, they stop using the application and no longer use that and find another source to help them out. Here's a picture that looks somewhat like the screen. You'll see in the top right corner that I have a menu open. Well, to find that menu, it's pretty hard to see. You've got little dots that aren't very intuitive to look at. If you want to find out a little more about how to do it, you have to go find this menu first, then you have to go into help, and then you have to go into another menu. When you first see the screen, all you see is scriptures, books, and you see these numbers. And a new user doesn't know exactly what those represent, and so that is one of the things that could be addressed. We decided that we wanted to focus on certain things that we call criteria that will help us judge if it's an effective application. One of those criteria are appealing. Appealing has to do with how it looks. If the users are looking towards it and are attracted towards it, and also if the design is really simplified, so it's easy to look at and it's not too cumbersome. There's not lots of words just holding the whole page and hard to find your location. The ease. Ease has to do with the flexibility of the actual program or the application to the user's needs. Sometimes they have to provide extra services or to enhance certain features, and some are able to tailor towards the needs a little more than other applications. And because of that, they can be more efficient in what the user uses the application for. Effective. An app that is effective works as it is intended to and as the user wants it done. They download the application for a reason, and if that doesn't work, it is not very effective. Performance. Performance shows if there's any defects or not. And as we've talked about a few of these different criteria, we went through a few different applications to compare them. If you look to the chart, you will see there's green arrows that point up. That represents that it is satisfactory or they excel in those areas. The flat black bars are saying that they're average, they're okay, and then the red arrows pointing down say there could be major improvement. As you can see, most of them have varied quite a bit. One of the ones that did stick out was Smart News because it really tailors to the individual user and makes it easy for them to get to any information that they want to look up. So we compared these different applications to find out what the criteria means or represents for each application. We decided that for an application to meet these criteria, some solutions should be approached. Some of the solutions that we thought of were a PDF manual, an interactive manual, a welcome screen, and a user-friendly interface. First off, the PDF manual. It's an additional resource for all the users. It has a lot of information that might not necessarily be able to be contained on a single screen. And so they can look at this manual anytime to turn this reference. We use manuals all the time. A lot of them are online nowadays, and so providing a PDF that a user can go to when they have questions will benefit them a lot. Another solution is a similar thing, but more based towards interaction, having the user be more involved. And that makes it more of a hands-on approach. It lets them practice the process they will be using with the information right in front of them. And I think that is one of the best benefits of this is when they see it, they can use it, and it will teach them quicker how to use the application. One of the other things that we have seen was a welcome screen. Welcome screens contain important information, and that is the very first thing that anyone sees. Not only does it share information that can tell how to navigate an application to apply it, but also gives a really good impression or a really bad one, and that depends on how it's organized. And in this welcome screen, besides just having information, you can contain different directions for navigating through the screen that maybe would be a good solution instead of going through something too big and cumbersome, like maybe a manual if you don't need one. The last solution is user-friendly interface. This is the screen that the users are able to see and interact with. They get to move, and some applications have it where you swipe, and others you can just click. And the whole purpose behind user-friendly is to make it so that the users can navigate through it a lot easier. So they can move, find, and look at everything and not have to be encumbered by a whole bunch of different information that's hard to read, hard to identify. One of the ways that this can be done is through implementing graphical designs, and some of that involves with colors, schemes, themes that make things pop out and stick out and tend to help the focus of the eyes of the user go right where they need to go. And this is done with icons, symbols, and lots of other methods. And then in conclusion, we decided that to help the criteria of the application be met, we needed to apply some solutions. And these solutions need to make the application more appealing to the users, need to make the users able to go throughout the application and find what they're looking for. The application needs to be effective and do exactly what it is designed for. And the application will become better and be more perfected in its performance for what the user needs it for. So, what is our recommendation? Our recommendation is to provide a user-friendly interface. This will help the users find pieces of the application that they are looking for quicker. It will not only just appeal in design, let them look, be able to quickly identify what they need to do, but they will be able to do it easier, they'll be able to do it more effectively, and the performance of the application combined with the user's experience and knowledge will be enhanced and augmented. Thank you for your time.